Enlighten the good news on your screen.
Hello and welcome back to another interesting episode of The Christian Lady in the Mirror, brought to you by Ignite TV. And if you have not already done so, we'll please like you to please like, share and subscribe to our channel, and always press the notification button. It tells you when a new video is about to be dropped. How are you and how is everything? I remain yours, Mrs. Oluwaleye, the anchor lady for today. And like I will say, how are you? How have you been doing? What's been happening to you? What's something new? Today we'll be discussing something very, very, very interesting today. Something we should look out for, something we should be on the lookout for, something that it doesn't really pertain sometimes to it doesn't have to be a boy or girl relationship, but it's something that's in any relationship we find ourselves in, we should look out for it. What am I talking about? I'm talking about 8 red flags in a relationship. My own red flag could be different from your own red flag, but it's something that we should actually look out for. It's something that when we see those, well, I would say the flags that when we see them, we should be wary of them. I mean, it should just send a signal to our brain. What am I talking of? I'm talking of red flags. What are red flags? Red flags are something that that we need to be aware of in a relationship. When you enter into a relationship, we enter into the relationship with the hope that this person is going to complete us. It might not complete us, but with the hope that, okay, I can be free with this person. I can be myself with this person. I can bring down myself with this person. But when you now enter into a relationship and it's giving up some vibes that are not just it, I mean, you should be aware of it. We should be, you should be, how should I say it? You should be wary. You should be on the, like, okay, no, I don't want this thing. Not everything should be like, okay, let me go there. So not everything should be, okay, let me go ahead with it. Let me go ahead with it. So let me do, it shouldn't be like that. So today we'll be talking, like I said, about 8 red flags that when it happens in a relationship, you just have to call it quits. I even went as far as writing it down because I didn't want to forget. As it were dropping into my head, I was writing it down. So we should be we'll be talking about 8 red flags that when it happens in a relationship, no two ways about it, you just have to call it quits. One of them is frequent lying, frequent jealousy and lying. When you're in a relationship with a person, be it a woman, be it a man, and that person is always lying. That person is always, not those kind of white lies, even the smallest thing is always lying. Don't you think it's a red flag, ladies? I think it's a red flag. But the thing about it is, most ladies tend to overlook it. Most ladies are like, I will change that person. And like I will always say, how do you expect to change someone of 30-something years or someone of 40-something years? That thing has been part and parcel of that person. And you just come from one place and you say you want to change that person. No, that's one step. That line is a red flag. Jealousy is a red flag. Doesn't want to see you with another person. Doesn't want to see, even your sisters is jealous. Your brothers is jealous. Your friends is jealous. There were people you were talking to before you talked to him now, or before you were talking to that person, but he's jealous of that person. And not only jealous of that person, he's always jealous of those persons. Not only jealous of those persons, he lies at every given opportunity. He lies. And now you cannot even differentiate his lies from the truth. How do you intend to cope with such person? How do you intend to be with such person? How do you think such relationship can work? I don't know. I don't know how such relationship can work, and I don't even know how you want it. So one of those things is, one of the 8 signs we're mentioning is frequent lying and jealousy. Frequent lying and jealousy. Another one is a partner that frequently criticizes you or puts you down in front of people. That is a red flag. Your opinion does not matter. Whatever you want to say does not matter. Whatever you want to say, it doesn't matter. It's always criticizing you. You look good, it criticizes you. You're looking bad, it criticizes you. You can eat well, it criticizes you. I mean, how do you expect? How do you want to relate with such partner? How do you expect such relationship to grow? He is always right, but whatever you do, he puts it down. You feel intimidated by your success. You feel intimidated by the way you, I mean, ladies, we can do better now. We can do better. We can do better. I mean, we really can do better. You don't have to be with someone. It is not by force. Even if the society said we have passed the age we should get married, or we feel we need to get married, or we feel that our mates, have already gotten married. I mean, it has not given us that we should be with someone that, which one is worse? What the society say, or you living the rest of your life with someone that is always putting you down, always criticizing your every move, be it in a family function, it will criticize you, be it anywhere, it will talk you down. It does not even reckon with you. You've done something, you're so, and what is a relationship? Relationship is meant to be that when you guys are both happy, when one person is happy, the two of you is happy. When one person is sad, the two of you is sad. What am I trying to say is when you guys are both happy, when one is down, one lifts up the other, or when one is whatever, like when one is down, you shall lift up the other. That is what a relationship is meant to be. A relationship is meant to be where you can let down your hair. A relationship is meant to be that you can be with this person. You understand what I'm saying? This person completes you. But in a case whereby he is always putting you down, in front of family, in front of friends, especially even, you've done something, maybe like you've done something proud. I remember a friend of mine said that she worked so hard, and then she got a promotion from the office, and she was so eager to tell her boyfriend that I've gotten a promotion. And then she said when she told her boyfriend, and the next day the boyfriend said, oh, I'm already now. Who does not know that you got the promotion by sleeping with your boss? She said she was so shocked. She said, what do you mean I slept with my boss? She said, yes, we're just feeling too happy. We're feeling too big. It causes a big rap because she said, you mean you don't trust me? You actually felt I slept with my boss to get that. And the guy said, it was when it was a big row, it was a big fight that people were now asking, why could you say something like that? He said that day she was so happy. So for her not to feel that she has done something so spectacular that she had to put her down. Can you imagine? Your boyfriend had to bring you down. Not even sharing the same joy with you. He said, I had to bring her down. He said there and then she actually had to cut the relationship. So when you see someone always criticizing you, not for good, there's some criticism that are for good, but this particular person is always criticizing you, always putting you down in front of family, in front of his friends, in front of your own friend. I think it's high time you should cut it. We've mentioned two things right now. We've mentioned excessive lying. We've mentioned excessive lying, whereby the person lies that you even have to check you have to check outside if his good morning is his own good morning. And we've mentioned always criticizing. Another point we will mention, unwillingness to compromise. We can't be all right every time. Sometimes we are right, and sometimes we are wrong. But in a situation or in a relationship whereby one of the spouse or one of the other party feels is always right, is never ready to compromise, the other person can feel resentful, the other person will feel have you ever been in a situation, I don't know whether, I'm sorry my voice is kind of low. Last week I had a little bit of, I've been shouting up and down, I went a little, so I'm sorry if I'm not really talking, but I'll try to talk out loud as much as I can. Now back to it. Have you ever been in a situation whereby you did something, but inside you kind of feel hot? People will tell you that let it go. Fine, you've actually let that thing go, but inside you kind of feel hot. You feel oh God. And that is how it is in a relationship whereby the other party, you're always the one compromising. You're always the one meeting the other party in middle way. You're always the one wanting to make things work. You're always one wanting to go the extra mile. At the end of the day, you feel resentful. You feel unhappy. You feel uncompromised. You feel that, it's a one-way thing, that the person is not saying things from your own point of view. And that is not a healthy relationship, whereby the other party does not want to compromise, whereby the other party does not even want to come down from his high horse, whereby the other party does not even want to see the things from your own view. No. For me, I don't know about any other body, but for me, that is no relationship. It doesn't even have to be a boyfriend or a girlfriend thing. Even in all relationship, ladies, like I would say, we need to set some boundaries. We need to be ourselves. Everybody will follow suit. When you are yourself, when you set boundaries, everybody will follow suit. I'm not saying you should set unrealistic boundaries or unrealistic rules. No. But in a relationship whereby the other person is not willing to compromise, the other person is not willing to meet you halfway. A relationship is a give and take thing, but the other person is always taking and never giving. What do you expect? You feel hurt, you feel misunderstood, you feel resentfulness, you feel so many things, you feel so many emotions all rolled into one. And that for me is a red flag. That is number 3. That is the number 3 red flag we are mentioning. We've mentioned lying, we've mentioned unwillingness to compromise, we've mentioned someone that criticizes you or puts you down. Another one is tendency. I told you guys that actually wrote this down because this was just coming and I didn't want to forget it. Another one is tendency to always run away from arguments. You have a little argument and you feel, okay, let's sort this out. Let's stop this calmly. Let's speak to each other calmly. And then the next person, it keeps malice, or he tells you, or he brushes your concerns, or whatever you have in your mind, whatever you want to talk about, it brushes it aside. It's a red flag. Even if it's a girl, even if it's a boy, ladies, we can do better. You're maybe like, even if it's your friend, and he's exhibiting all this whatever, he's exhibiting all these signs that you have just said. Just keep that person at arm's length, because what do you want to talk about? What do you want? He's always lying. He's always compromising. He's always bringing you down. He doesn't compromise. He brings you down in front of other people and everything. Number 4 is whatever. Number 4, like I said, is tendency to run away from difficult situations. I had to actually write this down because over the weekend I had people that and I saw so many things. I went to my daughter had a camp last week and I had to go. And there was this particular parent that she's always butting her head into things, talking to us. And I was like, okay, fine. But one of the parents said, I need to talk to her. And yet maybe she doesn't know what she's doing is not fair. All well and good. But one thing I noticed that anytime we try to call this parent and say, okay, can we do this? Or can we talk about this? This parent will like, oh, I'm coming. I need to do this. I need to do that. And then that's the last time we saw the parent. We won't even see her again. Anytime. It's not happened once. It's not happened twice. Like anytime. Until one of them busts out and say, look, come. I don't like this behavior. You come here, you do this, and you don't do that. And then when we tell you that, can we talk? You just go off like that. What kind of person are you? What kind of person? It's turned to a ritual. So in any relationship, whenever you see any partner that is always the tendency to always avoid talk or anything, that person, take it or leave it, is either he's domineering or he's controlling. Either that person is domineering or is controlling. You understand? Always wanting to avoid talks, discussions that will bring headway. He's always wanting to avoid it. He's always wanting the person is dominating. Another one is controlling behavior. Excessive text message. For those countries, it starts subtly. And the funny thing about it, we ladies will enjoy it. We say, my former boyfriend wasn't calling me. But this new boyfriend, in a day, he will call me more than 20 times in a day. until it starts now being like, I mean, who calls anybody 20 times in a day? Or who calls you like, even if you guys are so madly in love, but must it be like 20 times in a day? Or must it be like 50 times in a day? Or must it be like 100 times in a day? Who does that? When it's not as if you don't have a job, calling someone 20 times in a day, sending text message, wanting to detect the kind of clothes you wear, wanting to detect your friend, telling you that this particular friends are no good and no better. Then you start to know that, hey, kaki no be leather. Because it kind of gets choked. It doesn't give you space. It doesn't allow you to be yourself. It's always controlling. And the funny thing about this controlling, that it starts gently, that you won't really know until the thing starts. Then you now be like, hey. I mean, I remembered a friend of mine then was dating one guy, and then all of a sudden he's dumped the other guy for the new guy. And I was like, what happened to Mr. A? And she said, oh, she doesn't call me. He doesn't call me. He doesn't do this, doesn't do that. I said, oh, well, I was like, well, whatever happened, if that rocks your boat, no problem. They started dating the second person. It was all rosy, 1 week, 2 weeks. You will call, have you eaten? What is the color of your eyes? What is the color of your nose? What is the color of your hair? And then my friend is always like, this guy can't call. Until there was a day, she now started getting fed up. She'll be on the bike. You know, in Nigeria, we have this bike man. She'll be on the bike with the bike man. And the funny thing about it is she'll be on the bike. And if she's on the bike and this guy calls and she doesn't pick up her phone, it's problem. She'll be where she cannot pick up her phone, it's problem. Even on the bike, this guy will be like, can I see your video? Can I see your video? Even if it's inside the bedroom, maybe she's having her bath and the guy calls her, she doesn't pick up her phone on time. It's problem because the guy will be like, I just called you and you're not picking up. Then he started getting, the guy, it was controlling behavior, excessive jealousy, unnecessary jealousy where it doesn't need to be. It's a red flag in any relationship. It could be it could be your friend relationship, or excessive jealousy in your friend. It is a turn off. It is a put off. You do not have to put up with it. But the funny thing I've seen is that ladies, especially ladies, real ladies, especially the ones of marriageable age, will put up with it. They'll say, Shebit is that one. Until, controlling behavior sometimes leads to death. Controlling behavior sometimes leads to excessive jealousy. You want to control that person. You don't want that person to be underneath you. You don't want to hear anything about that person. We can do better than that. Another one is a lack of healthy, open communication. Relationship is meant to communicate. You communicate. You tell me what you like. I tell you what I like. You tell me what you don't like. I tell you what I don't like. It's meant to become. It's a two-way thing. Communication is a two-way thing. I hear what you have to say. I receive it. You hear what I have to say. You receive it. We rub minds together. But in a relationship whereby that you do not want to hear what I want to say, you are not even open to communication. Your ear is deaf to it. You want to do things your own way. I don't know. That for me is a red flag. We do not, like I will keep saying, we do not have to stand. We do not have to accept it. It's a red flag for me. And like I said, I went to camp last week with my daughter and I saw so many things. I saw so many parents that I'm like, they will say, okay, can we talk about it? And some people would they will drop their opinions. We don't do this, we don't blah, 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 blah. And as soon as they drop their opinions, they walk out. They don't want to listen to what any other person will say. And I'm like, but you just told us your own. You said, yes, that's how I want things done. Like, seriously? That's how you want things done? And you don't want to hear from our own, but you want us to hear from your own. No, it's not done like that. So in any relationship, there should be an open line of communication. There should be communication from the one party to the other. If that is missing, my darling, Christian ladies, that is a red flag. If that is missing, that is a red flag. That is a red flag. Then always watch out for the other spouse or the other party you're trying to. They don't have friends. They don't have friends. Most of those people that have all these traits, always look out. Watch out. They don't really have friends. And if they have friends, their friends kind of know how they put them. They kind of know where they are. They kind of know their limitations with them. It is not because of the way they lack whatever. No, let's be factual. Let's look at those things, ladies. You have a guy that is excessively jealous. You have a guy that is controlling. You have a guy that does not compromise. Please, who do? You have a guy that is domineering, or a babe that has all these qualities. Please, between you and I, who wants to be friends with such a person? No boy or girl wants to be friends with such a person. So when you are maybe like you're friends with anybody, or you're friends with someone, and then you find out that they don't really have friends, look at why they don't really have. Is it that socially they are awkward, or because of some behaviors, or they're always right and everybody's always wrong? They are always right, everybody's always wrong. Is that why they don't have friends? Look at it very well. That's another red flags. You are friends with someone that does not have friends. What makes you, okay, why is those other people avoiding him? And why are you staying? What is making you to stay? And those other people are avoiding him. So you have to be very, very, that's one of the things you have to look at. I mean, everybody is like, how should I say, everybody is avoiding this person. It's only you that wants to be friends with this person. Another one is they show no support. They don't care if the relationship is okay, or the relationship is not okay. It is you that is working 24 hours. It is you that wants to hold the relationship in high esteem. It is you that want to do this. It is you that want to do that one. They don't care. It is not their problem. Whether the relationship lasts, whether the relationship does not last, and then, hey, God forbid, maybe that you have shown a little bit of desperation. What would that do? They will not be king on your own head, though. So, ladies, please, when we see this kind of traits, those things I have mentioned, they are red flags. Like I will always say, you don't have to be in a relationship because the society said this. You have to be in a relationship and build a relationship because you feel comfortable. Nobody is going to be in the relationship with you. You will only be the only one in the relationship with you. So why would you be in a relationship with someone that is lying? Someone that compromise, that cannot compromise on certain issues, or compromise on certain issues. Someone that does not support you, that puts you down at every point in time. Why would you be in that kind of a relationship? Someone that talk ill about you behind your back. And then ladies, don't make the mistake that guys do not talk. Some guys are mean than women. Some guys are mean than women. All these things I have mentioned are red flags. These are red flags. Red flags that you do not even have to compromise on. These are red flags that you do not even have to be like, how should I say, you don't even have to, what's the word? I'm trying to look for the word to you. You do not even have to like stay because you want to be in a relationship. We can do better, ladies. We really, really, really can do better. We really can do better. You don't have to be in a relationship because the society expects you to be in a relationship. You don't have to be in a relationship because you feel you are old. No, it doesn't have to be like that. It doesn't really, really have to be like that. You have to be in a relationship where your heart feels it is right. Another point I actually missed talking about, it just dropped in. Someone that just left a new relationship right now. Maybe the boyfriend or the girlfriend broke up with him and quickly entered into another relationship with you. He has not healed from the old one. He has not known, okay, where did I go wrong? Am I ready to move into another relationship? And boom, he just moved into another one with you like that. He has not even know what he did wrong and everything like that. Now you'll be comparing the old relationship with the new relationship, and you guys will have problem. That is another red flag. Someone that just quickly left his own boyfriend and just walked in. I know some people will tell you that it doesn't whatever it means. Take it or leave it. Okay, how do you know that? How will you now see your mistake? Or how do you know that, okay, this is what I did in the last relationship that did not work for me? or something like that. But as soon as another new relationship is opened, you moved into it. I mean, like I will say, your relationship is yourself. Your relationship is personal. It has nothing to do with anybody. Your relationship is personal. Your relationship is between you, the person you have a relationship with, and God. It has nothing to do with the society. It has nothing to do with your friends. It has nothing to do with the people around you. So when you see all these things that I have mentioned, when you see all these red flags, please, please, and please, and please, nobody is forcing you to do what you don't want to do. And like I would tell everybody around me, only you have the right to tell people the way they will treat you. Only you have that right. So when you see that kind of a thing and everything like that, please take a deep breath. If you can go ahead with it, but left to me, I will not go ahead with all those things I mentioned. If anybody has with it, I'll cut that person off. And like I will always say, a broken relationship is better than a broken marriage. Well, it's time to go now. And I hope we've actually impacted each other this week. And once more, before I go, I'll say, please, 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 always press the notification button. It tells you when a new video is about to be dropped. It tells us maybe we've said some things we've shared over the last week, and over the past week, and you feel we did not address it well enough, just drop something for us at the comment section and we'll get back to you. Maybe you feel we did not treat the topic enough and we'll get back to you. And please do not forget to always please like, share, and subscribe to our channel, and always press the notification button. Once more, my name is Abimbola Oluwaleye, and God bless you until we meet again. Thank you and God bless. Bye.
Ignite TV, igniting the good news on your